Okay, the first step is when the computer boots up, you're going to want to push the delete key or F12 depending on your BIOS to get into the main boot BIOS here. Okay, so when you get in here, on this particular motherboard, you can choose the boot priority. So you want to have the boot priority to be the CD-ROM first, then the hard disk. That way it will boot out the CD-ROM instead of booting out the hard disk. So if you already installed Windows and the DVR software, that way it will come off the CD and not go straight into Windows every time you're trying to reinstall Windows. Then you'll want to make sure you put in the Windows CD-ROM or DVD and the DVD drive. Then you'll exit out of here, save the configurations. On other motherboards you may have to go to a different menu to get the boot priority, but it's always called boot priority is what you're looking for. And then you press any key to boot from the DVD. Okay, so you'll leave all the default settings here. You want English as your language. Then you'll install. Click I accept the license and terms. Press next. You'll want to do custom. So this one you already had Windows installed. So on this one we're going to go to drive options. Actually maybe it didn't. Maybe this is a new drive. Sorry about that. So we'll go new. After you go to new, you'll want to make it an 80 gig partition. So that'd be 80,000 megabytes. You go apply. You go OK. So now you got your 80 gig partition. The rest you can use for storage for the DVR, and this reserve thing's automatically put in by Windows. So once you go there, you'll go next, and now it'll start copying the Windows files over installing. So we'll pick this video back up after it's done doing its thing. This takes about half an hour. So the next screen that will come up here after Windows is done installing will be where you need to type in your username. We usually type in admin, the username, and then press enter. Then usually we just skip the password part, go next. Here you're going to type in the key code that's in the bottom left of your Windows CD. Okay, after it takes the key, then press enter to use recommended settings. Here you're going to want to change the day and time to the right time if it's not the correct one. This is the correct one for us. Go next. Okay, next you're going to want to change some basic settings in Windows. You go to the Start menu, Control Panels, go under System and Security, click where it says User Action Control Settings. You want this to never notify, say yes. Go to Power Options. You're going to change this here, push the little arrow there, go to High Performance, change plan settings, never turn off the display, save changes, go back to System and Security, go to Windows Update, turn Windows Update off, never check, take those two X's off. Okay, then you go to Administrative Tools, and you go under Computer Management. You go to Storage, Disk Management. If you're reinstalling, your other hard drive should be fine. Don't want you to mess with the disk 0. So we go over here where it says unallocated space, because we want to use the rest of the space on the hard drive. Right click on it, go to New Simple Volume. Next. You want to use the full size of the hard drive, so go next. So drive letter E, that's fine. Go next. Leave all the default settings. Finish. Now it's formatting. Now that's ready to go. You can get out of there. Close that down. And those are all the settings you want to change in Windows. So once you're done with that, you want to get out of here. Then we usually always change the, I just don't like the Windows logo, so we just change the backdrop to black. So you go to backdrop down there, go to solid colors, click black, and that's how we send the DVR out. The last thing you have to do is install the drivers for the video card and the motherboard. So we usually put the video card in first, the motherboard first. So this is our MSI driver utility. Put on the CD-ROM. And most of our current motherboards use are MSI, so you should have similar or the same options when you run the CD. Even if it's not the same model, they're pretty much the same how they'll work. So here you go to click on the bottom, Total Installer. Yeah, things you don't want to install is this titanium security, this Winky supercharger, Intel Smart Connect. You don't need that. You don't need the Google toolbar. Leave the Google Chrome. You don't want the MSI wallpaper. And go install. And now it's installed a bunch of files. When we come back on this video, everything's going to be installed on that disk, and we'll go to the next one. Okay, so after it's done installing, you'll say installation is finished. Please reboot your system. We're not going to reboot it yet. We're going to close this down, exit out of here. Then we'll get the video card CD to install the video card drivers. So you get the Sapphire driver installation CD for the video card. That's what we use in pretty much all our DVRs. So put the CD in the CD-ROM and then just wait for it to boot up. So click here, run. Click ATI easy install. You should probably want Windows 7 or Windows 8, depending on what your DVR is. After you click this one, it sometimes takes a few minutes to go to the next part. Okay, when this comes up, you'll just go to Next, Install, Express, Next, Accept, Yes. So then you just wait for this to install. That will be, I don't know, take about 5 or 10 minutes. Once it's done installing, we'll come back on this video. So after it's finished installing the video card drivers, the screen will come up and you just go finish. And then it says, do you want to reboot the system now? Yes, you do. Okay, once the system has rebooted back up, you want to go to Control Panels and then System Security, Device Manager. And the only thing you should see here is this multimedia video controller. That should be your DVR card, so you can install the drivers for that. So in the next part, we'll show you how to install the drivers.